The courtroom becomes quiet as a witness takes the stand. Jurors prepare to hear details about a violent night. Everyone waits as questions begin.
Phone so that we're able to hear you, please.
Testing.
You can inquire whenever you're ready.
Okay. Introduce yourself to the jury.
Toby Wallace.
And where do you currently live?
In Arkansas.
And what are you doing for a living?
Multiple things. I have 2 businesses and I also work for an RV dealership.
Okay. You know the defendant Ross Johnson?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know him?
I worked with him in Illinois.
And how did you meet him?
He's one of our sales employees.
Okay. He was working at a company you were working at?
Yes, sir.
And going back to April 2023, did you have kind of a group of friends that were working at the same company?
That's correct.
Who all was working?
Are you implying who all went on the trip?
Yes.
So it'd been me, Timothy Hilton, Ross Johnson, and John Chester.
Okay. And how do you know Timothy Hilton?
He's been my friend for over 15 years.
Okay. So you have a close relationship with him.
Very close, yeah.
Now, how long had you known the defendant, John Chester?
4 months, maybe.
And at some point, did all of you on April the 8th, April the 9th, 2023, make a trip to Panama City?
We traveled together, expecting a normal weekend trip. By nighttime, everyone was drinking heavily together. Nobody expected the night would end like this.
And so were all 4 of you planning to stay together on Panama City Beach for a couple of days?
Yes, sir.
And originally, where did y'all plan to stay?
We went to a vacation rental property.
And what happened there?
It was not up to par.
And so where did y'all end up going?
Holiday Inn Resort, Panama City Beach.
Okay. And on that Easter Sunday, April the 9th, 2023, what all did you guys do?
Me and Timothy Hilton did our own thing. We went clothes shopping down across the pier, Outdoor Mall, where we stopped at Buckle, bought a couple things, swim trunks to be exact. From there, we went and ate at Sharky's, I think is what it was called.
Now, was this just you and Mr. Hilton?
It's me and Mr. Hilton.
Okay. And what about Ross Johnson and John Chester? What were they doing?
I am unaware of what they were doing.
Okay. Now, had they been longtime friends?
From what I understand, yes.
Okay. So, at some point in time, do all of you get back together and decide to go out?
Yes, sir.
And where did y'all decide to go?
Coyote Ugly.
Okay. And approximately what time did y'all get to Coyote Ugly?
Probably around 10 p.m.
And what did y'all do when you got there?
We mingled and drank.
And were all 4 of you drinking?
Yes, sir.
And what were y'all drinking?
Crown and Cokes, and then whatever the ladies were bringing by, and 2 shots.
Okay. I didn't understand the concept of tube shot. Tube shots. So what are tube shots?
Basically little cylinder vials that contain alcohol.
And is there pressure for you to buy these?
100%. They like, if you do not purchase them, they will kick you out.
And how expensive are these tube shots?
That I cannot remember. Expensive enough where I had to go to the ATM.
And did you see the defendant drinking alcoholic beverages and doing tube shots?
Yes, sir.
And have you seen people under the influence of alcoholic beverages before?
Correct.
How many times?
Too many to count.
And based on your observations of the defendant at the Coyote Uglies that night, was he under the influence of alcoholic beverages? Was he drunk?
Yes, sir.
And were all of y'all pretty impaired?
Most definitely.
Okay. Inside Coyote Ugly, was there an altercation that John Chester got into with a Hispanic looking fellow?
That's correct.
And what happened?
I still to this day don't even know exactly what it was over. I'm pretty sure it was over a girl. But words were exchanged. And what I remember was Santiago hitting John Chester. And then from that moment, I got involved, and it was broke up within, I would say, less than a minute.
And do you remember an African American man that was involved?
I remember 3 people: Devon, Larry, Santiago, and then I don't remember the other guy's name though.
Tell the jury what Devon Larry was doing during this.
I remember him specifically having a bottle in his hand, and his other hand was free. He had one hand in the air, trying to separate, versus the other hand like this, trying to separate the fight.
So he wasn't using the bottle in any way.
Not that I'm aware.
And was he striking people or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware.
Did you see him at some point actually restraining Malcolm Santiago?
Yes, sir.
So he was trying to separate, break up the fight, is what he was trying to do?
Inside, yes, sir.
Okay. Was the defendant present at this first altercation?
No, not till the end, and it was probably for less than 10 seconds.
Okay. And at some point, were you asked to leave?
Yes, sir.
And who else was asked to leave?
John Chester.
Inside the crowded bar, tempers suddenly exploded. Arguments turned physical as multiple people became involved. Security eventually forced people outside.
The second fight break out outside.
Absolutely.
Okay. Was it kind of farther down in the parking lot?
Yes.
Was it your truck was parked? What kind of truck did you have?
At that time, I had a 2020 Ram 1500 Laramie.
Was it parked pretty close by?
As close as you could be.
And is that approximately where the fight took place? The second fight?
No, it was probably about a good 15 feet in front of it.
Yeah. But down there pretty close to it.
Yes, sir.
What happened in the second fight?
I was standing by the door, talking to one of the bouncers, trying to obtain my glasses, and I remember John Chester being the first one out the door. After that, it was Santiago along with his other friend, not Devon Larry. I do not remember their guy's name. They made it out the door, chasing after John Chester, and at that point, I seen them. I stepped out to look, and they were both jumping John Chester. At that point, I intervened, ran out there and intervened. They got off John Chester, and they began to attack me. And at that point, I believe is when Timothy Hilton and Ross Johnson jumped over the balcony to come and help.
Okay. And ultimately, towards the end of that fight, did it end up being basically Santiago and you and Ross Johnson and Timothy Hilton in the fight?
Correct.
And would you say that Mr. Santiago got the worst of that towards the end?
At the end, he most definitely did.
Okay. Did you see what happened to Devon Larry?
I did not.
And towards the end of that fight, what was John Chester doing?
Just kind of standing with his hands in his pockets.
Now, when the defendant came down there, did he strike Mr. Santiago
Yes.
multiple times?
Yes.
And how did this all kind of end down there?
From what I remember is Santiago's friend fled the scene, and I believe Ross and John Chester fled. I think the only people left were me, Timothy Hilton, Mr. Devon Larry, and I think what was his girlfriend at the time.
Well, did security come down there and kind of get control of everything? On the second fight, eventually.
Yes.
And did the police show up?
Yes.
At some point in time, did the defendant come over and say something to you?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
He says, I hit that guy. I think I killed him.
Did you say anything in response?
I did not.
And after the police arrived, did you talk with the police on scene?
Yes.
Did they tell you to stay?
They told me to hang out, yes.
And did you ultimately go to the police station and give a statement that morning?
That's correct.
Now, what happened to the defendant and John Chester?
From what I heard was they came and got.
Hearsay would be sustained.
So what happened? Did they stay on the scene?
No.
Did they stay there and talk to the police?
No.
Did they leave?
Yes.
Now, are you aware of the defendant having special skills as a fighter?
That's correct.
What do you know about him?
Just what I had heard from him and John, which was he used to be a UFC fighter
Is that the same thing as an MMA fighter?
or MMA. I guess it's the same. I don't really know.
You had never seen him with this fights, had you?
No.
About 2 weeks earlier, at some point in time, were you talking to the defendant, and did he tell you something that his dad had told him?
Objection to Judge relevance.
We'll be at sidebar.
People started chasing each other outside the building. The second fight became bigger and more violent quickly. Suddenly, everyone was trying to survive the chaos.
Never ready.
About 2 weeks earlier, before coming to Panama City, did the defendant tell you something that his dad told him?
He did not tell me specifically. He told it to a group.
And what did he say?
He said his dad told him to make sure he hits open-handed if he ever does get involved in a fight.
Outside the ring?
Outside the ring, that's correct.
And why was that?
Because he could hurt somebody.
Do you see Brawl Johnson sitting here in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Can you point him out and describe the color of his jacket?
Navy blue, black, green tie.
Which, when the record reflect witnesses identified the defendant, Ross Johnson?
The record will reflect the witness identified the defendant.
I have nothing for you.
Mr. Wheeler?
Good afternoon.
The statement that you said that Ross made and his dad had told him his wisdom. You're going to fight somebody, fight him with an open hand. Is that right?
Correct.
Mr. Santiago wasn't using an open hand, was he?
Not that I'm aware.
Mr. Santiago, according to you, was the first person to throw a punch in Mr. Chester. Is that true?
Both times. Inside and outside.
Both inside and outside the area.
Correct.
Before this ever occurred, isn't it true that you've known Mr. Johnson for approximately 2 months?
Somewhere around there.
Right. The reason you met him wasn't because you were like friends, you were work associates.
Correct.
Is that fair to say? The first fight, Ross was not involved. True?
Correct.
The second fight, Mr. Johnson became involved to protect his friend.
Correct.
And to protect you.
Correct.
Have you ever seen any of the surveillance footage associated with this case?
Yes, sir.
You saw yourself get sucker punched from behind
Yes, sir.
by a gentleman in a white shirt?
Yes, sir.
Everyone in the party, handful, is that what it was?
That's correct.
Everyone in your party was arrested for something.
Yes.
You yourself you were charged with battery.
That's correct.
The state agreed to let you do some sort of pretrial diversion program. Is that true?
I don't even know what it was called, truthfully, but it was something along those lines.
And eventually your record was sealed.
My record is not sealed.
I'm going to approach you with a document, Judge Approach.
Yes, sir.
It's entitled Florida Department of Law Enforcement Status Sealing Criminal History Record. Do you recognize that document?
No, sir.
Whose name is on the document?
Mine. Is this stating that my record is sealed?
I think that's what it says.
Okay, I think it still pulls up. And it is not.
So eventually, after you complete the diversion program, the state dropped the charge. They entered no information. Is that right?
Not from my understanding. So the original agreement that was made with the state was that it would not go on my record. Then I filled out an application for a home, and that's when I found out that it did go on my record. And then I called an attorney down here, Douglas, I believe was his name, and he said no, that I had to fill out paperwork to get it sealed.
I think the question was, the state entered no information on your case.
I don't know what the state entered.
Judge Approach,
Yes, sir.
do you recognize this document?
I do not.
Whose name is on it?
Mine.
What's the title?
Toby Wallace.
What's the document?
No information.
you said that after this,
You told investigators what you saw after the fight ended. Today, the jury must decide what happened during those moments. Memory details matter because lives changed forever.
who was with him at the time?
When he came up to me,
Yeah.
just me, Timothy, and him.
Isn't it true that when you were sucker punch from behind, you lost consciousness?
I never really blacked out, but I was definitely disoriented.
You were on the ground.
Yeah, I was very, it was dizzy.
Would you agree with me that the second fight that was outside the Coyote Ugly was not a one-on-one fight, it was a brawl?
That's correct. Both times. There was 2 fights that took place outside.
Is it true that Devon Larry never struck you from behind?
That's correct.
He never had a chance to fight you,
That's correct.
but he was running towards the fight. Is that true?
From what I understand.
Just like the gentleman that struck you from behind.
Correct.
Let me quickly understand.
Can you redirect?
As far as sealing records, you believe, you have no knowledge, you think the record has been sealed, is that right?
If it is sealed, it's to my surprise.
And as for you did a diversion program with the state attorney's office, basically had to do a few things, pay a fine.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
4 months.
and it was dismissed after that.
I believe so.
And as far as Devon Larry, you didn't see him anywhere down close to where y'all were.
Repeat that again.
In the second fight, Devon Larry was nowhere close to where.
That's correct.
Had enough.
Anything that you want?
Mr. Leary never had the chance to engage in the fight. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you saw Mr. Larry at the first altercation, is that right? In the fight inside the bar.
Correct.
He was not hitting anybody, he was peacekeeping. Is that right?
Correct.
And he had a bottle in his hand and he was holding it up,
From what I remember.
trying not to spill it.
I suppose.
I have no further questions.
So based upon that, I do have a line of inquiry. That's what So, Mr. Willis, you said that you saw Mr. Larry, he had his hands up, and he was peacekeeping before he was stabbed. Is that right?
From what I remember, that's correct.
Do you remember him having his hands on John Chester in a control hold?
Now that you mention it, I believe I do.
And he had a beer in one hand, and he had his one hand on Mr. Chester. You recall that?
I believe so. I can't say almost every statement I've said up here I can say with 100% accuracy. That I cannot say with 100% accuracy.
Would viewing the surveillance tape refresh your recollection?
Absolutely.
Judge, permission to publish defense C.
Yes, sir.
Whoever judge on that kind of zoom into the corner of the building. So for the record, I'm playing 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the defense exhibit C. Is this Mr. Larry here with the red pointer?
That's correct.
And is this Mr. Chester that he's got by the shoulder?
That's correct.
And he's grabbing by the coat, correct?
Yeah, and the guy beside him is actually the original, is one of the other ones that jumped Chester.
This gentleman here?
I believe so. No, I don't believe so. I know so.
Looking for the
Surveillance footage plays while attorneys challenge witness memories. The courtroom studies every second of the confrontation. Another emotional testimony finally comes to an end.